pop their cameras on so we can see you all. And what we're going to do tonight is we are going to talk you through your brand, okay? So the purpose of tonight's call is to obviously give you some ideas for branding, but to help you get clarity on your brand, because that's what this month is in our members club. It's our branding and communication month, which we're super excited about. But obviously to communicate effectively online and to attract the right audience to you and to attract lots of prospects, you have to have your brand in place, because it's your brand that's going to give you your amazing content creation. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And then what we're going to do is we are going to give you the opportunity to come on live with us and brainstorm your brand. Anna said she doesn't have the option for the camera, Joe.
Yeah, I don't either. That's bizarre.
Hold on, let me try this. Is that going to work?
Oh, yeah, that is. Hello.
Okay, hold on, let me just... Oh! Yay! Hello!
Hi!
Okay.
Everybody, we lost someone. Oh, no. Fabulous. Hi, everyone.
If you want to all just mute yourself as well, so as we can just talk for a minute, and then what we'll do is we'll give you the option one by one to actually come on and have a chat with us live. I'm just going to pop this on to record.
I've recorded it already.
Oh, have you? I nearly went live on Facebook then. Hit the wrong button. But the first thing that we wanted to say tonight was about organisation. So getting yourselves organised, especially as we've got this challenge coming up now, and getting your schedule sheets in place. Joe, you can tell them about that in a minute, but getting yourself organised means that you get shit done. So it's really, really, really important that you get yourselves organised this month as well. Fill out that schedule sheet so as you can keep up to date with not only going through the trainings in the back office, if that's what you want to do, but also with the challenge as well. But yeah, let them know about the schedule sheets, Joe, and where they can get them from.
Yeah, so in the journey to becoming, we've got another attendee there.
Just pop them on.
Oh, okay. In the journey to becoming an empowered femalepreneur bundle that I've put there should be an organisation, goals and habits workbook. And within that, you should have your scheduler sheet in there. If it's not in that, because we have different workbooks for clients and members, so it might be in another workbook. I might have switched it around. So what I'll do is I'll post it into the group after. So if you want to grab that. Hi everybody that's joining. It's really important to we're just, for those of you that have just joined, we're talking about getting organised. So you have got that worksheet on the back office. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead at the end of the call and I'll put it into the group so you can go ahead and grab that. I just wanted to mention it really quickly, how important it is to really get organised, because when you're not organised and you're kind of all over the place and you're busy, you're here, there and everywhere, it's really difficult for you to get stuff done, especially when you're trying to implement things that you're learning within the members, because it's a completely different way of working. And sometimes it's hard to get out of those habits of the old school way of running a network marketing business, right? It's really difficult. I've been there. So I've recently done this with a lot of my team. We've sat down, we've done a Zoom call, scheduler sheet and everything. And now that they've done that, they can do their brand, they're doing their communication, everything that we're teaching you. And everyone's having incredible results. So we just wanted to stress that it is really important to get your organization in place from the get-go, really, because then once you're organized, it's 10 times better. You feel more in flow, you're more in alignment, you can get stuff done, you feel more productive, you don't procrastinate as much. So yeah, I just wanted to stress that before we got started.
When you have that schedule sheet in place and you're organised, you show up better on social media, you plan your social media, you fit it all in, you make progress and you get it done. So definitely take advantage of that bundle and get yourself organised this month.
Also, as well, that kind of relates to the social media planner as well. That's a good way to get organised. In the, what bundle is it in, Tash? It's the communication or your platforms?
Yeah. The
in your platform section.
Yeah, it's the first one called Business Foundation.
Yes, that's right.
You've got your communication bundle in there. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into that next week. I posted in the group last night your schedule for March throughout this challenge and what we're going to cover each week. So it's really important that we get clarity on the brand this week so as we can move into the communication, because how you're going to show up on social media now is going to be leading with your brand. So if you haven't got your brand in place, you're going to really struggle to show up on social media. Okay, so who has done their branding workbooks? Pop your hands up, I can see you all. Have you done your branding workbook? Are you clear on your brand? Because what we want to do tonight is we want to bring each of you on. If you want to come on, if you don't want to come on, you just want to sit and listen, that's absolutely fine. But we want you to throw your ideas at us. So we want you to have worked through that workbook already. So you've got your ideas in place. You've got an idea of what a brand is, why you need it. And then what we can do from there is get your ideas and then kind of bring them together with mine and Joe's. And then we can go from there and help you get clarity on your brand. So who wants to come on first? Anybody want to
be shy?
Drop it in the comments. Say me. Whoever gets in the comments first and wants to come on first and comments me in the chat can come on first and we can brainstorm with you. Nicole said, would everyone please mute themselves? It's hard to hear Joe and Tash. Yeah, if you all keep yourselves on mute whilst we are talking, and then obviously unmute yourself to come on. Anybody want to come on first?
Go on, ladies, push yourselves. Okay, Jessie said she'll come on.
Okay, I can't see that comment. How bizarre.
No, she waved. Sorry. She waved.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been running around trying to get my notes, so I didn't really have time to type any message.
Okay.
Oh, bless you. Let me get some paper. Hold on. Okay, throw your ideas at me. Brainstorm as you please.
I haven't fully finished the video that I wanted to finish today with the workbook, but I did make a few notes.
Okay.
So I don't know which parts you want me to cover, but I was looking at like I was starting from the problem and the solution, beliefs.
So what are your
the missions and the mission statements, and that's as far as I've got at the minute.
Okay, so what have you got for all of that? What are your beliefs and values? What is it that you're passionate about? Because we really want to bring that into your brand so you've got more social media content to lead with, because that's what's going to give you all your social media content is your beliefs, your values, your passions, and that's what's going to help people buy into you as a leader and as a person, and that's what we really want you to do within obviously our trainings. That's what we're trying to encourage you to do.
Yeah. So like that, all of that I found really helpful for like content and, as you said, like message. What I found really hard is finding things like graphics to link back to that. So if I just, excuse me, sorry, cover. Belief number 1 was what I called banishing the 9 to 5. So it was doing away with the 9 to 5. So the 9 to 5 is restricting. It's depressing, it's demoralizing, it's unproductive, it hampers creativity, spontaneity, enthusiasm. It's inflexible, causes us to either miss out on or be under pressure for some of the greatest moments in our lives. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't work for most people, pigeonholes them, creates resentment, and promotes one size fits all.
Okay, cool.
That's coming from real pain that I had. So like when my mother passed away, I was constantly thinking about the fact I was off work, how long did I have off work, the fact I should have been at work, instead of actually being able to concentrate on the fact my mother was passing away and I would never get this opportunity to spend this time with her again.
Yeah, okay.
And other stuff as well, like missing out.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say you have a strong story there to lead with as well.
Yeah.
Which is important as well, because obviously that's what people are going to relate and buy into, because what you really want, that relatability there, that's how you're going to attract and convert people. So yeah, perfect. I love
it. Excuse me, sorry. Belief number 2 was you don't need a degree to create a 6-figure income.
Love that.
So I'll give you a bit of background in a minute. But so you don't need to have sat exams to make it big. Richard Branson said he would never have started an airline if he knew how to do maths. Some of the most successful people have never even passed GCSEs. Student loans cost more than you need to spend on getting your business up and going.
Mm-hmm.
And then belief, excuse me, belief 3 was start where you are with what you've got and keep looking for better ways to do things. So I don't know how strong that is.
That's amazing. I love that. Start where you are. I love that. Because that's
with what
kind
you've got.
Yeah, with what you've got, because that's kind of what you're doing, right? Within
Absolutely.
your brand. So yeah, I love that. That's really powerful.
I've just had a knock at my door. I can't believe this. Can I?
Oh,
do you want to move on to somebody else and I'll come back?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Thank you. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute. We'll just have a chat between ourselves. So I love that. I love what she's come up with.
I love that as well.
Her brand will then be all around banishing the 9 to 5, help women to kick ass to the 9 to 5. So those women who, you know, want to dream big, who want more from life, because everybody secretly wants more from life, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody is craving that, especially if you're in the 9 to 5. Secretly, people are looking for a way out to live their dream life, or to get more money, or to escape that corporate ladder. So that's what the brand would then be about. And because she's got a really powerful story, she can tie that in with it. And I think it just works perfectly alongside it. And then that's what she would then lead with. So yeah, obviously we'll wait for her to come back and go on to the rest of it and what she wanted to say. But no, I love that.
Yeah, I love that as well.
Does anybody else want to come on in the meantime and have a chat with us? Because obviously we've got a lot of people to get through. I don't want to keep you all evening. You know, it's really, really good as well, though. Like, you ladies will listen in and you'll learn so much from tonight, just from listening as well, like how people bring their brands together. We had that with our group program, didn't we, Jo?
Yeah, and I think also just hearing people talking about it, like ideas and stuff, it kind of inspires you maybe for different ideas, or it makes, like, I'll relate to like a situation that I had when way back when I created my brand. I had the limiting beliefs of, oh, it might not be good enough, or will I be able to deliver it in a good way? Will people actually relate to me? Because when we're creating things that are out of our comfort zone and it's different to what we used to, we tell ourselves these silly things. So it makes us not share our ideas or put our ideas out there to the best of what we can. So I think if you hear other people talking about it, it kind of gives you that confidence of, oh, okay, maybe my ideas aren't as rubbish, or because they never are, because it's who you are, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it'll stop that self-doubt as well, definitely. Mm-hmm. Anybody else want to come on in the meantime? Do you want to drop me in the comments below and come on and have a chat about your brand? Or do you all just want to sit and listen? If anyone wants to unmute themselves. This is like your opportunity now. If you're really struggling with your brand and really struggling to bring it together, this is your opportunity to pick mine and Jo's brains and just literally get our ideas and literally have our eyeballs on your business. So really fully take advantage of it, ladies, if you're struggling.
Or if there's like something that you're just unsure of, if you love your brand, because a lot of you have created some really incredible stuff that we've seen. But if, oh, Anna says she'll come on. Cool. Come on.
Yeah. If you've got any questions or there's something that you are unsure of, then, you know, ask away here now whilst you've got us live like this, because normally we're live in the group. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How is everyone?
It's good, yes. We're
Sorry if you can hear Lucy, because she's here and she won't go to bed, so.
Oh, that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, so I didn't actually have time to go through the workbook again. I went through it a couple of weeks ago. I didn't print it off. That was my mistake. I need to actually do it and sit down again with it.
Oh.
So yeah, so my brand, which is like what I created recently, the Millennium Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I'm trying to talk. This is not going well. Yeah, so my idea behind it
You've muted yourself. We can't hear you. Where have you gone?
It wasn't me. It was Lucy. She muted myself. Lucy, go away. Right. Yeah. So, I had initially thought of another brand, but it wasn't actually something I felt any connection with it, apart from it was good for like mindset wise because of the diamond bit. But I think this one I can relate a lot more because I've break it down a bit. So millennial for me stands for the age gap I want to get people involved, which is I think from 25 up to 30 something, I think. Which is I think everyone that was born in the 90s, I think that was. And then obviously women, because that's who I want to attract. And then also want to attract moms because I'm a mom, and one of the things one of the things that it kind of that I want people to know is and to get involved is when I became a mom, I didn't have like money for childcare or anything like that, so I had to stay at home regardless. So I had to make an income while I can. So leave the 9 to 5. That was one of it. Have more time for the family, have more free time, and then also be able to afford the nice things in life because we all want those things. Well, I do anyway.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I don't want to be struggling. And then what Joe was saying earlier about being scared that people are not going to go for it. That's one of my biggest fears. Is like I'm creating all of this and then but I don't know how to bring everything together. I don't know how to get the audience drawn to it.
Yeah. But then the whole point of this is so you can sell yourself as a leader.
Yeah.
And attract people to your team because people buy people. People aren't necessarily buying into your products or your opportunity. They're being attracted to you. And this is what's going to make you different to the thousands of other network marketers that are all doing the same thing. It's again about you believing in yourself. Does that make sense? So something. That's why we say. Okay. In a minute, Jessie, when we've finished with Anna, we'll bring you back on, lovely. Chatterbox. And that's why we say to bring in your core values and your beliefs and things that you're passionate about. Because people are then, you're attracting like-minded people and people are then buying into you as a leader. They're joining you because they can see that you're the person to help them see the success that they want. You're the person to help them leave the 9 to 5. You're the person to lead them to success. Does that make sense? So they're buying you. So that's why you create your brand from your core values, your passions, your beliefs, and all the rest of it. And then you share your story. You create a powerful story as well. And then that becomes your brand, and that's what you lead with, and that's where your social media content comes from. So it's people buying into you. So people will always buy into you because you're being unique. You're going to be relatable within your marketing, and that's what attracts and converts people when you can have that relatability there. So that's why it's important you're creating a brand that is coming from your beliefs, values, and passions. Because otherwise you're going to like run out of things to post about, or you're going to struggle when it comes to posting on social media. What was you going to say, Joe?
I was just going to say exactly what you've just said, basically. But you've just said it all. But yeah, it's basically because you want to create something that's from within your soul. Because I think the biggest problem that network marketers have, you know, especially with being online, because everybody's doing the same thing, right? Like I look through my timeline and I'm like, everyone is just selling. It's the odd few people that stick out to me that have got a brand or they're leading with more kind of authenticity. And that's what's making me be like, oh my God, this person's really interesting. And, you know, you have to think about, if you're thinking about your fear here, like your limiting belief in your fear, you have to think about how many people out there that are just like you. There are millions upon millions of people out there that are just like you, that are a mum, that can't afford childcare, that can't afford the nice things in life. You have to just try and reinstill that into you and think, right, my story is who I am. I'm going to embrace who I am. This is my journey. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm going to lead with, because it's not a lie. It's not fake. It's not like you're making up a story and you're having to remember it every time you're doing a Facebook post. When you're posting on social media, it should flow. It should come easily to you, which is why we say create a brand that you're really aligned to, which I think that you are now. I think that now that you've gone from what you had before and you've come back to millennial woman or millennial mum, is it? Your content should be a lot easier. It should flow, and you'll start attracting the right people because your communication will just be on point to the right people.
And then imagine when you're attracting those right people, imagine the momentum it's going to give your business, because they're going to relate to you as a leader. They're going to look up to you. You're that authority online. They're going to respect you. They're going to listen to you and trust you. So then your team is going to fly, because you're leading the way and you're like-minded and you can relate to them and they can relate to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but what you've also got to think of as well is, now that you know how to do this, the people you're bringing into your team, you can duplicate it down, help them to create their brand, create momentum in their business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all about you believing in yourself and, you know, having that confidence to put yourself out there and share your story, and then obviously create content from there. But I think what you've created is amazing.
I do as well. I was also going to say, just quickly as well, you have to, what I asked myself when creating my brand and stuff, and thinking about everything that we're talking about, when I learned it like 1-2 years ago, I thought, why did I go to my upline? That's what I thought. What made me go to her? And it's because she was relatable.
There you go.
She was relatable, you know, she came from nothing. I've come from nothing, you know, she's been on benefits, she's struggled her whole life. And I really related to that. So by using the right communication and speaking the right language and putting it out there, you'll naturally attract. It will just naturally happen, because people will read your post and be like, wow, I can't afford childcare. Like, I need to meet this person. I need to speak to this person because I'm going through what she's talking about.
Yeah, 100%. So have you given your brand like brand pillars? Because that normally really helps as well to bring it all together.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, to be fair, but do you mean like pillars like business, lifestyle, health, or more in depth?
Yeah, so then people know when they come to your page, people know what you stand for. So you know, your brand is all about the millennial woman, but this is what you help them with, or this is what you're gonna, you know, talk about in your brand, because then those points give you your social media content.
Okay, so instead of saying like business, lifestyle and health, go into more that instead of, because I think that's a bit a big subject kind of thing, so just narrow it down.
It's up to you.
No, I think business, lifestyle and health is absolutely fine, because that's what you stand for, and you could add empowerment in there.
Yeah, I think I've put that one. So, yeah, I put a mindset.
Okay, mindset.
Because that's one of one of the biggest struggles for me is mindset. So I think me being able to figure that whole thing out for myself, then I'll be able to be relatable to other people, because I do know mindset is a struggle for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then, you know, if you could say then that you empower the millennial mum or the millennial woman to get more from life, or to ditch a 9 to 5, or to, you know, whatever you want to say, or get more money. You can even just target the millennial mums if you want to, if you feel that you're going to relate more to mums.
At the moment, you
know, that could be. And then your marketing is all about being a mum, you know, and needing an extra income, wanting the best for your children,
Mhm.
wanting more money but not being able to work more hours because you're at home with your children. So you give them the opportunity to earn more money, to get the nice things, to give their children the best life, and help them become this strong, independent millennial woman.
I like that.
You see?
It just makes so much sense, doesn't it?
It does.
Which is why we've done the call.
You have to just kind of bring it all together, and then that's what you're leading with, and that's how you're going to show up online. That becomes part of your story. So then when you're putting yourself out there and you're doing your Facebook ads and stuff like that, people see you, the right people see you, relate to you, and they're like, oh my God, this is the woman that's going to get me to where I want to be in life.
Yeah. And you know what? Now we're doing this, and it's actually because I was struggling with the funnel and the lead page and the lead magnet. And now we're talking about this, is actually making me think I can actually like
Create it.
create it, because I know what I'm going to say, I know what I have to say now. And
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
100%.
So
It's crazy, isn't it? And there's so many people out there that create funnels, but they have nothing to lead with.
Yeah.
So
they're going to go to a dead end if they're doing that, because people are just, they're not going to relate to them in any which way, shape or form, and they're just going to sell. And this is why we teach, what we teach in the academy, teach you to lead with your brand, get your audience right, so you can get your communication right, not only on your social media platform, but inside of your funnel as well. Inside of your funnel as well, because that's the important part. That's how you're going to convert people when they can relate to you, so that's why your brand is super, super, super important. But see, now, just from getting clarity on that, you're thinking, oh, I could create that for my freebie, that's going to attract them in. And then, when you're talking in your communication, in your funnel, you're coming from your brand mission. So you're trying to, so you're converting them, so you're still speaking to that person. So it's all about that millennial woman. So you've got to put yourself in their head and use their language to convert them. But we'll come to that next week when we talk more about communication. But yeah, I think what you've created is absolutely amazing. I think the brand pillars are fantastic because it's everything that you stand for, and that's going to give you lots of different social media content as well. So if you're talking about a lifestyle post, and if you do just decide to target mums, okay, because that's a huge audience in itself, the millennial mum within that age range, you can talk about the importance of looking after yourself as a mum, the importance of looking after your health and your fitness and what you put into your body and your nutrition and feeling good and having the energy. But you're coming from a place of saying it, to that millennial mum who is burnt out, who is, juggling kids and work and all the rest of it.
Yeah, it makes sense. So adding value, pretty much, like people do love free value. They love anything for free. So adding that kind of value, and that also brings it to the email that comes from the lead magnet as well.
Yeah.
Can do something with it.
Yeah, 100%. You keep it all within this brand, so it speaks directly to that specific audience. So yeah, well done. I love it.
Oh, thank you. And this was very, very helpful.
Oh,
good. Okay, cool. So have a lovely evening. And Jessie, do you want to come back on? Are you still there, lovely?
Yeah, I am. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
Right. Okay, so where was we? We were at your beliefs and values.
Yes. Belief 3 was that start with where you are, with what you've got, and keep looking for better ways to do things.
Okay.
And I just kind of filled that out by saying, do the best you can, but don't wait for perfection. Keep learning and be receptive to better ways. To stop learning is to die. Embrace change. Show up as the best version of you.
Okay.
I think that was kind of important to me because and I suppose a few around me, they would always wait till they got something perfect rather than just putting out the best they had and then building on that.
Yeah, no, that's how you grow though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Wait for that perfect time, or if you wait to have everything perfect, you're probably never going to put it out there or do
nothing's ever perfect anyway.
No.
There's always room for improvement. Even if you feel that you're your best self, you can always improve.
Yeah.
Always.
And I think also I wanted to attract people that felt that way. Like I'm thinking I want people that are prepared to learn and to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so your brand is kind of about freedom, almost.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mission, is get people out of their 9-to-5 job, set them up to create the income and lifestyle of their dreams via their own travel business, because travel is the industry I'm actually associated with.
Gosh, no way. So oh wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're giving them the
You're right there, Tash.
We'll have light bulbs in a minute.
This is it now. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. This is what happened. Okay.
I've got it.
So, you're going to give people the freedom to travel, and then obviously the freedom within your opportunity to live the life that they want whilst they travel or whatnot. So I would definitely base your brand around freedom, like the freedom movement or the freedom. What other stuff do we say, Joe? Freedom. What's the other one that we always say? Freedom.
You've got a tribe. You could have revolution. I love revolution. I love that one. That's been my favourite one, actually.
That's if you wanted a brand name.
Yeah, you don't have to have a brand name.
But that was one of my questions I was going to come to, really. Because that's the other thing, when I was looking at my target customer profile, who I'm typically bumping into and who I can see really could do with this is not the people I can associate with. And that has left me in a bit of a quandary because, like, is it Anna? Yeah, Anna was saying earlier, I am bumping into so many mums who are either cleaners, nurses, some physical job that they desperately want to get out of, but they don't have any qualifications behind them. So they'll go into studies to try and get their qualifications so they can get out of those jobs. Or mums who can't afford childcare, all that kind of thing. But I don't have any children. I literally cannot relate to that personally. I'm not unsympathetic, but I can't relate to it on a personal level.
Who can you relate to then?
And on the travel side, they're not going to want to travel much if they've got children in school. No. So it's not a win-win. One of my travel colleagues travels the whole time. She's got a 3-year-old and she takes him everywhere. But it's going to get to a point where she can't, unless she finds some way of homeschooling him or something, or some correspondence course. And it's like, I'm getting those mums and they're going, but I can't travel because I've got kids that are tying me down. I'm like, okay. So I've moved away from that, even though I know there's a massive market there. Yeah. And I'm more looking at the 30, 40-year-olds who might be single, who want freedom financially and time-wise, don't want to be tied to a 9-to-5 job, want to be able to travel, don't want to keep missing out on life, want to be their own boss, build a life of their dreams, prepared to learn, take risks, and work at something for as long as it takes, and not a quitter.
Yeah.
So more me's, I think.
Yeah.
Always, this is so important. You are going to relate, like the whole purpose of this is so you can relate to people, but you can only relate to people who are similar to you.
Yeah.
Like you can't relate to a mom if you're not a mom, or it's impossible to do that. So you need to go with an audience who is similar to you, and there's lots of yous out there, believe it or not, who will relate to your story, and obviously like not exactly you, but who have got similar traits. No one can be you, but people who are similar to you, who will relate to your story and what you're sharing and be attracted. So there's lots of women, if you wanted to just keep it to women, it's absolutely fine, it's optional, but there's lots of women out there who have got an entrepreneurial mindset, who feel trapped in their job. They call it the corporate industry, don't they? They are professionals, they've got high-end jobs, but they're stressed. They maybe have climbed to the top of the ladder, they can't get any further, they can't earn any more income, they want extra money, they want to travel, they've got that dream, but they're stuck in their life, and they're like, how? And that's
You've gone quite quiet.
Oh, did you hear what I just said?
Not about the last 2 sentences I missed, but most of the rest I did, yeah.
Yeah, so I just said that's where you come in. I'll come a little bit closer. That's where you come in, because you're going to give them that freedom. You're going to help them move from where they're stuck to where they want to be, and that's where the freedom movement can come in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I just feel like I'm I was torn because all those that I was bumping into or seemed to be attracting seemed to be mums. And it was like, is there a market then that isn't mums? If you know what I mean.
It definitely is.
100%.
Have you done your avatar yet? Have you got there yet?
Well, I didn't really fluff it out a lot more than what I've just said to you, like 30 to 40-year-olds who are single and want freedom financially and time-wise. So I haven't gone through in massive detail because I was struggling a bit, because I started off this whole thing by saying, oh, I want to tap into people that are nurses, hairdressers, and all those more mum type of jobs, cleaners. And then I was like, actually, I'm not sure that's right because I can't associate with them. I can't relate on a personal level. So I've had to change a bit as I've gone along, to be honest, and I've not fluffed it out properly, no.
Okay. So have you given your brand kind of pillars? Do you want to give it pillars as well, or?
Where did I get to with that? So I got as far, I've not, as I said, not finished the module, as it were. I got as far as kind of like a business mission statement, which was to help struggling and despondent 9-to-5ers create the income and lifestyle of their dreams. And like a title for myself would have been entrepreneur, I think it's a bit long-winded, but entrepreneurial business mentor and dream lifestyle creator.
Yeah, that's a little bit long. It's a bit of a mouthful, because the whole purpose of your title and your tagline is when you're doing your marketing and your live videos and you're creating your funnel and stuff, you're going to be like, hi, I'm Jessie from the Freedom Movement and I help and then you say it in one. So if it's too much of a mouthful, you're going to be like blah, 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 blah. And you've got to say that quite a lot. So I would definitely maybe shorten that down a little bit.
My plan linked to it was, I help people quit their 9-to-5 jobs and create the income and lifestyle of their dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Previously, I just came up with kind of like, I don't know whether it would call it a brand. I called myself the Travel Chick because I think I said to one of you, I keep chickens, and currently a lot of my posts that are very well received are all around my chickens. So I was kind of tying in a little bit of personal flavour there without making it very obvious.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a chick. I'm not really a girly person.
Okay. Did you want to just travel women? Attract women? It's been a long day.
No, I don't honestly mind. I'm not bothered. I mean, there's a lot of women in network marketing.
Yeah.
But I want people who want to go big, if you know what I mean. I want people who are a bit dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. You want leaders. You want to attract those people who are in those corporate jobs. So if you get your brand around that and your language and your communication, that's who you're going to attract. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you if you speak that within your brand, so you could say something like helping the professional woman pass to the 9-to-5, or helping what's the professional woman helping.
Sorry, I can't really hear you. What's that?
Helping, like I said, just said helping the professional woman kick ass to the 9-to-5, or helping professional, something about corporate, something about that kind of person.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't want to use the word average. That's not the right word I'm looking for. Like almost like create. Oh, I've got it, but I can't say it. Helping the ordinary live an extraordinary life, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the taglines that they use within the industry I'm in. So they talk about helping the average create the above average income.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Well, helping the ordinary woman live the extraordinary life.
Yeah.
Extraordinary life. Something like that. I've got to turn my heating off. Sorry, excuse me, I'm burning.
Then that's going to speak to that specific person when they see that, you know. And then if you could have like, you know, you could have like little hashtags or little brand slogans, and you know, one could be kick ass to the 9 to 5. So you're kind of printing that all over your brand so people know what it is that you help them to do. Attracting that person, it speaks to them, it resonates with them. And then you know, you're helping them to kick ass to the 9 to 5, you're helping them to get that travel, you're helping them to get that freedom.
Like when it came down to graphics, I really struggled because a lot of my brand doesn't really say much about travel at all. And I am a photographer, and I've got quite a few photos of my trips and me on trips as well. And a lot of my followers see pictures of my current lifestyle, which is kind of living this, and I'm not earning a cent from it at the moment, but I'm finding ways to do it that are virtually free. So I can keep up that I was going to say appearance, that's not really the right way of putting it, but it looks like I'm already living it, which I am. So I suppose I'm practicing a bit what I'm preaching.
I mean, you don't have to have yourself in images all the time. You can have stock images. I mean, if you looked on Shutterstock and different websites like that.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I was trying to do that to try and tie in with the colours as well.
Yeah. So there's so many images out there, so you don't always have to have yourself in a picture. You can use stock images a lot as well, and just mix and match them between you, stock images. Definitely bring, if you want to bring your chickens into it, then you can, you know, because that's you, that's part of you, that's who you are. So again, it's people by people, you know, but just don't make the whole thing based around that. It's just the odd people are getting to know you personally, because that's still important as well, you know, for people to get to know you, who you are, and what your sideline interests and stuff are, you know, your interests are outside of your business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I need to finish this off because I haven't finished.
No, definitely sit down. I mean, that's just giving you some ideas anyway. But yeah, I think if you can make it clear that it's helping those professional people who are stuck on the corporate ladder and can't progress any further and want more from life, if you can speak that in your branding, then that's who you're going to attract, and you'll attract those type of people that you want in your business.
So I think, like, yeah, what you're saying is absolutely right, because I came from a background where my training was for a reasonably well-paid job, but I was in a location that wasn't very populated, and there weren't many of those jobs around. And then I ended up in a job where I wasn't being paid what I was worth.
Yeah.
And there was no way of increasing that salary at all. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, this is so frustrating because I know I'm worth more than this, but I'm never going to get a chance at increasing this. I can't do a thing to influence my pay scale.
Exactly. So, you know, you've got a powerful story to share, to lead with. I really like the freedom, like bringing freedom into your brand, because that's what you're helping people to do. You're freeing them from the job they're stuck in. You're giving them the freedom to enjoy life. You're giving them the freedom within the business opportunity and their finances. So it literally is all about freedom. So if it was me, that's what I would kind of tie in with it, and that's what I would lead with.
And it doesn't need to say, and like, because I'm very conscious at the moment, it says nothing about the product at all.
You don't have to mention it all the time, because the whole thing with your brand and your communication is it's like you're selling yourself. Does that make sense? That's going to be what attracts people to you. I mean, obviously, posting product posts and stuff, you can still absolutely do, but it's just how you do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Isn't your product about travel? Selling travel? Yeah, so you post it leading with your brand, which is helping people get freedom. You give people the freedom to travel. So that's the angle that you post on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that was exactly what I actually put at the bottom of my logo, was freedom to travel.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. The universe is speaking. You would lead. And when you're posting about your product post, whatever your brand mission is, that's how you would lead with it. So you would say my mission is to help people to create more freedom in their life. That's freedom within their finances, freedom within themselves, freedom within their lifestyle, freedom to travel. Check out this latest offer. This will give you the freedom to go to Bali and experience amazing things in life. And I know that that's what you're looking for, and so you're speaking directly to that person. So do you know what I mean? In their heads, they're like, oh yeah, that seems good, that's a good offer. I really want to travel. Yes, I definitely want more from my life. I want to experience beautiful places. I want to be free. Yeah,
Thank you.
does that all make sense? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just making notes.
No, it's okay. And then obviously you've already put like freedom to travel and stuff like that. So I mean, some of your bullet points, if you did want to give your brand pillars, not everybody does, but you could have, say for example, you called yourself like the freedom movement or something like that, and then your brand pillars could be freedom, travel, business, lifestyle. Did you hear that?
Just about.
Freedom, travel, business, and lifestyle.
Yep, that's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think just it's a case of going away, having a brainstorm, going through the workbooks, and then bringing it all together. But really getting clarity on that audience as well, and bringing that into your brand as well, so as you speak directly to them.
I feel like my audience is more fluffy than if I'd concentrated on something like, say, mums who are nurses or mums who are cleaners, where that's very clear cut. But I can't relate to that audience, so I daren't go there.
You don't need to go with the mums. There's other audiences out there. There's people just like you that are stuck in jobs that they don't enjoy, or they can't climb any higher. And you're going to share that story. You've got so many different stories to share. The one about mum that you shared before, the one being stuck in your company and not having the freedom to do what you want, or climb any higher, or the freedom to create the income that you want to create. So you're going to share all these different parts of your journey so as you can relate to that person and attract them.
Thank you.
Yeah, does that make more sense now?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, we can't wait to see your brand. Post it in the group when you've created it. Can't wait to see it.
I'm not sure I have the confidence to do that yet.
Yes, you do. Of course you do. You can post it in the members group, because you feel like whatever you create, you've got to believe in it and have the confidence to put it out there.
I know, and I came from a marketing background, and I'm like, I don't like this. It doesn't gel properly together yet. I'm not happy with it, and that's why I'm like holding off from posting it.
Yeah, but you will be happy with it once you've done some more work on it.
And I guess also putting it up there, I'm subjecting myself to helpful comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then also you can't listen too much to other people. Everyone's always going to have their own opinion. You've got to go with what's in here. And
Can't hear you, Tash.
Why? What's going on with my computer tonight? How bizarre. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you've got to go with what's in here, not listen to everybody else, because everybody's got different opinions, right? So one person might say, oh my God, I love that. And the next person will be like, what the heck is that? So you can't listen to that opinion. You've got to go with what's in your heart and soul. And
Thank you.
you're aligned to.
That's very freeing, actually, to hear that.
Yeah, it's true. Like I get people saying to me all the time, like, what do you even do? Like, who do you think you are doing that? And I just have to shut them out. I just have to shut them out. Otherwise, I wouldn't progress. I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing now. So don't listen to the opinions, because they'll only pull you down and stop you in your tracks.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so go ahead, go and create it, and we look forward to seeing it. And if you need any more help, you know where we are.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Have a lovely evening. Have we got someone else that wants to come on, Jo? Do you want to bring them on?
I don't know. I can't bring anyone on, I don't think.
Oh, can't you?
No.
What have we got here? Oh, it's all right. I thought, okay, Kat. And Kat, do you want to unmute yourself? So I was looking at Tyler's comments and I was thinking.
Yeah, she's jumped off now because I thought we could invite her on, but she said she can't stay, so.
Oh, okay. Kat, do you want to?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, how are you? Oh, I love it.
1 minute, let me turn you off again. So, I think I've done quite a bit of my branding module and stuff and got my graphics and stuff done. I think for me, so I kind of did everything a bit backwards. I qualified as a life coach, started setting up as a coach, and then went into network marketing and kind of got trapped in the cycle of sending messages and never really got anywhere with either of them. So I think my biggest problem is how to separate the network marketing with the coaching, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. What have you come up with so far with your brand?
So I have my 4 pillars, which is empowerment, personal development, growth, business, and then beauty.
Okay. What network marketing company are you with?
Arbonne.
Okay.
And what kind of products? They're all kind of different.
Skincare, isn't it?
Skincare, health and wellness, makeup products, all of that kind of stuff.
Your coaching is life coaching, so like mindfulness, mindset, empowerment,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, confidence. I've struggled with low confidence all my life, so that was a big thing for me.
Okay. So how I would tie that in is obviously with your mindset and to feel good, you need to look after your health and your wellness and what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
And the vitamins and everything. All of that comes hand in hand with everything. So if you want a high energy and a high vibration and a good mindset, you need to look at what you're putting in your body. And that's why you then decide to promote these products, because they fit alongside what you promote and what you're passionate about. And as well as confidence, confidence, when you look good and you feel good, you've got more confidence.
Yeah, definitely.
So it all ties in with, it's all comes together, doesn't it? Health, beauty, wellness, confidence, mindset, all comes together. So you give people the skills and tips and the products to help them live a happy, confident and fulfilled life.
I was going to say as well, because you're all about mindset, I'm all about mindset too, as you know, everything begins in the mind. So no matter, you can look great, but if it's not right here, you're still not going to have that full, do you know what I mean? So that's where the mindset comes in, because once you've got this right, you want to eat better, you want to look better. So it all kind of works together. Does that make sense? So I think that's how you can definitely tie it all in, especially with the confidence as well.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
And obviously, I know a lot of you wouldn't have got to your funnel yet. So it's really hard to think that far ahead and think about how and picture how it's going to be. But when you build your funnel, you can segment them off to different sections, especially in your box. So you can say, hey, this is me, this is what I'm all about. I'm passionate about helping women to grow their confidence or empowering women to this, that, and whatever you want to say. And then you can have all your different sections below. So you can say product, opportunity, life coaching, mindset tools. So then they go down and you build separate flows.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So you're not trying to do it all for your social media marketing, because that can be overwhelming and confusing when you think, oh my God, I've got these different things to offer, but I'm then only posting on social media and I'm relying on all my social media posts. That's not the case. Your social media posts are purely to attract.
Yeah.
Your brand.
Rather than to be promoting the products and stuff.
Yes, because it's going to be your funnel that does that for you. You built it.
Pardon?
going to be your funnel. What is going on with my bloody computer tonight? Damn thing. It's going to be your funnel that is going to do the converting, like let them know what it is that you've got to offer. So you're going to put all your products and stuff inside of there. And they're going to come and learn more about what you've got to offer.
Okay.
So it's really hard to imagine when you haven't done the training, but go with what you're passionate about with your brand, which is your life coaching and your confidence and your empowerment and stuff like that, and health and stuff. Because that's important. Again, it needs to be something you're passionate about, but then think bigger as to how you're going to sell to these people, and it's going to be inside of your funnel. You haven't got to plaster it all over your social media.
Okay, great. I think that's where I was kind of getting myself a bit stuck, because I was like, I don't really want to necessarily talk about the beauty side of it, even though I'm passionate about that as well. I think it's just kind of more of like an additional income stream to the coaching side.
Of course it is, yeah, and that's when you're going to, attract people into your funnel, and then you can sell them to your opportunity there. And you can have the odd mention of things in your social media posts, but the main bulk of it is going to be about your empowerment, your confidence, and sharing your story and leading with that. And then you can put the odd product post, but you come from a place of, again, leading with what you put in your body determines how you feel, which determines your mindset and has an impact on your life. So that's how you, when you're posting about products, post about it from that aspect.
That angle rather than
just buy this product.
Yeah.
You're actually speaking to somebody. You're in their head when you're posting. You're in your ideal customer's head when you're posting from that aspect.
Okay, great.
I
didn't really have anything else. I just think I just needed permission to not focus on the products.
Yeah, no, just think like what's going to do most of the work for you, definitely, once you've got that built. But at the moment, just focus on your brand and what you're passionate about, and the rest will follow from that.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
All right, have a good evening.
Thank you.
Does anybody else want to come on? Hello. How are you? You okay?
Are you okay?
Yes, good.
Good. I'm quite far behind than the rest of the girls on here. I've only really just printed off kind of the creating your brand info. So I'm right at the beginning of that. But I think obviously I sent you a message a couple of days ago as well with regards to my actual business, my hair extensions business.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So do you remember? Yeah.
Yes.
So my question was, with regards to kind of like the social media platforms, should I be putting everything in under one thing, or do I leave that business and like my social media pages under that separately? Or I'm confused as to how I market this now, because it's completely different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. So with your salon, with your hairdressing, your hair extensions, do you have Instagram, Facebook, like specifically for that?
Do. At the moment, yeah, I do.
Okay, and what's that business called?
It's Inspire Hair. Inspire.
Okay, so Inspire Hair.
Yeah.
And it's literally just hair extension.
It is, yeah. I do other things as well, but yeah, it's just hair extensions that I market, yeah.
Okay, and then what network marketing business are you part of?
Arbonne.
Well, that's a popular one tonight.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. See, the problem you've got is if you're going to open, like, how about like your personal? Let's go with what about your personal Facebook? What do you promote on there?
My personal Facebook is live, but it's pretty much non-existent. Okay. I do not post on there at all, really. I'd probably say the last time I posted on there is probably about over 6 months ago. So I'm on there just to kind of keep up with what everybody's doing. I might send the odd like to different like pictures and things like that, but other than that, I'm non-existent on there. I'm not really interactive at all with my personal on Facebook.
Okay, I just had an idea. Why don't you? Because the thing is, let me just write this down before I forget, and then I'll talk about it in a minute. the thing is if you're going to go and open another social media account, you're going to be running 2 social medias, and that is
The
hard.
thing, yeah,
Yeah, so if you can try and bring it all together
yeah,
under one brand, it would be easier for you. And
yeah.
again, don't forget that you've got these, you're going to have these tools in place that are going to do a lot of the work for you. So you haven't necessarily got to always show up within your social media post about the products or the opportunity.
Which is exactly what I really kind of don't want to be doing so much. I'd rather sell like the lifestyle side of things and maybe development side of things rather than here's my product, do you know?
Yeah, so obviously, and that's what I was just gonna say to you, do you have any like interests or passions, or you know, what are your core values? Because you've obviously called yourself Inspire Hair. Could you bring that, could you elaborate on that more down the empowerment route and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the Inspire Hair came from, obviously it was about inspiring you to have beautiful hair. That was the main thing. But what I found that a lot of the girls whose hair I do, we always end up talking about mindset, personal development, which is something that I'm really into. Like, I read loads, listen to audios daily. I'm really into all of that. So I do find that a lot of the girls whose hair I do, they do always say, oh, I love coming here because, you know, I can chat things out, I can hash things out with you, and, you know, you've got good insight. So I think that I love the name Inspire anyway. That's always been something that has been quite close to me. So I think being at the beginning stage, I'm just like, do I keep with that name, or do I kind of move away from that name and keep that business separately? But then it's like you say, it's hard enough trying to keep on top of my Instagram business page and my personal. Do you know what I mean? So if I bring something else to the mix, I know it's going to just be even more confusing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would try and bring it all together. So I would I would lead with the Inspire, definitely. I love that. And I would maybe add in like Inspire Hair and Beauty, or, you know, go down a little bit of the beauty path as well, where you can bring in your products and your health products. And definitely talk about your empowerment and your Inspire as well, because like, that's part of you, that's who you are, that's what you do on a day-to-day basis anyway. You're inspiring women to you know, be, I always have this in my head and I love this, beautifully you. So BEA, beautifully you, something like that. You're inspiring women to be their best selves, their beautiful self.
I've got the word, I don't know why, but the words from within has just come to me. Like power from within or inspire from within. It's literally just, it's like someone speaking through me. It's like just come to me, like inspire from within.
I love that. Like that,
yeah.
That really that kind of hits very close to home with me. I think everybody that sits in my chair, I always kind of try and go with the idea that they leave being or feeling a little bit better than when they first came in, from having been with me, spending that time with me while I'm doing their hair. So yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no. So it could be something like helping women to be beautiful from the inside out, and that's where your products and stuff come in as well, because they're health products, they're beauty products. You not only help women you know, with the hair extensions and their physical appearance, but you're helping them with their mindset and your beauty and health products.
Right, yeah, that's great.
You're giving them the whole thing to be their best self.
Okay. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's what I would definitely do that way, because you've got to think as well, later on down the line when you do like Facebook ads and things like that.
Yeah. I'm all over the place here. Yeah.
When you learn how to do your Facebook ads, you can do separate marketing funnels for different things, so you don't have to keep like the one funnel with everything in it. If you just do a separate ad for hair extensions, you can. But if you kept your page pretty neutral to what it is, and you've got ads on there and different bits and bobs, then you know you can bring them into that funnel, so you can run different marketing campaigns for your different things that you've got underneath the brand as well.
Right, I get you. That's good. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah.
Did you want to ask us anything else?
That was it at the moment, because I haven't really started filling out the creating your brand information. I don't really have any. I know I will once I start filling that out. But at the moment, no, that was my biggest question, just kind of how I pull it all together. But you've cleared that up really. So if I keep under the Inspire name and just kind of have, like you say, your different pillars underneath that.
Yeah.
Fab.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
definitely. And just be you. Like you said, you love empowerment and stuff. So just literally be you. How you are with your clients, but online.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Fab.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Share it when you've created it.
I will definitely. Thank you, girls.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Anybody else? Do we have a comment?
Yeah, Anna and Jessie say they both have another question.
Okay. Cool. Do you wanna? Who wants to come on first? Go on, Anna. You come on first, and then we'll do Jessie, because Anna did post first. Well,
Hi again. So, I was just because I'm the opposite of what Catherine was saying in terms of the products, because I want to bring the products in as well as the business, but obviously with the lead pages and funnel and everything, I will lead with opportunity. But at the same time, how do I go about posting? It's more to do with the post than anything else, because I know then on the bot I'll have the products as well. But it's on the posting side of things. How do I bring that together with everything else? Especially since my audience is moms. And when I first started with network marketing, I thought every mom would want to lose weight and things like that. But reality is it's not actually. Most of them actually feel offended somehow for things like that. So I find it a bit hard to lead with it.
So if you think about it from this aspect, so within your brand, obviously you could have mums as a whole if you wanted to, but for example, if you were targeting like the busy mum, because obviously we're in the same company, so I know the products. So you could lead with the fact that our products have incredible energy boosters in, but you could use it in a way where you're sharing maybe part of your story of why you joined the business or why you take the products is because you never have energy because you're a busy mum, your lifestyle's crazy, you take these products because the energy is incredible, it makes you feel good. Do you see what I mean? So you could go with it from that side, but also, I mean, our products are weight loss. I don't need to lose any weight, as you can see, but I take them every day because they make me feel great, because they help me to sleep better, they make my skin better. So you could tie that in with, for example, when you become a mum. I mean, I don't have children, so I can't, relate, but most of my friends have kids, so I know what it's like. You lose yourself when you're a mum. So maybe you could go down that route and say, talk in your communication or in your copy and say, I know what it's like to lose myself as a mum, and taking these products, they make me feel healthier. They make me want to look after myself better because my mindset's better. Do you see how you can tie it all in with everything?
Yeah, it's
but
quite
still
fun.
keeping in the mums thing.
Yeah, it's quite fun you said that, because I was actually thinking earlier that one of the reasons why I moved companies was because since I had Lucy, I lost my identity. So I stopped caring for myself. So that made me feel really low as well.
So why don't you bring that into your brand?
Yeah.
Into the millennial mum or the millennial woman, and kind of tie that in somehow as well, and say, hey, I know what it's like to lose yourself as a mum. It's busy, we forget ourselves, and I'm here to help empower you so you find your purpose again.
Yeah, it's part of your story, Anna. Make it part of your story.
What were you saying?
You're just literally being you. So make it part of your story. Whatever journey you've been on, bring that as part of your story, because there's going to be so many other people out there that can relate to it as well. The whole purpose of this is to just be you and just to lead with your passions and values and beliefs in your story and your journey.
isn't it normal to feel like scared of posting your story?
Yeah, I think it can be normal. You don't have to go like into like depths with it, like really personal things. I mean, you can if you want to. It depends how deep you want to go. Like, but there might be some really horrible, bad things that have happened to you that you don't want to share, and you absolutely don't have to. It's just about sharing the right things for the right audience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm not saying even going into that, but even just the layout of it, it's like I don't want to look vulnerable, if that makes sense. So that's one of the big things that's always put me back from posting more about the story and about what I'm all about, because I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to show, even though I'm not, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally understand what you're saying. You don't have to be too vulnerable, but people are attracted to that because that's how they'll relate to you. You're letting your vulnerability like show, not too much, because you don't want to, you know, share like really painful parts of your story, but just share enough so people can relate. Like when I shared my story in network marketing, my LinkedIn, it crashed. My phone crashed. My emails crashed. I was flooded with emails and people wanting to know what I did, and it was insane. And that was all from the power of sharing my story, because I'd been through domestic violence, and I said, hey, I almost died, right? But look where I am now. Look what I've achieved. Like, I didn't go into the rawness of what I'd been through, but I took them I let them know what I'd been through and where I am now. And hey, if I can do this, you can do it too, and I can show you the way.
I was going to say, sometimes being vulnerable can also make you an inspiration.
Yeah.
And you'll because you'll be speaking in the right way, you'll be an inspiration to the right people. So, but I do get where you're coming from with not wanting to share too much. I totally get where you're coming from.
Just don't go too much. You don't want to go too much into it where you're like, it brings up all your past pain and you're really like crying and stuff.
Yeah. Just do it so it's enough to make people go, hey, I'm listening. Does that make sense? Like just pain points. Yeah.
Jessie's put vulnerability makes you human. Exactly.
And it's relatable as well.
Yeah, you don't want to, the last thing that you ladies want to do is try and be something that you're not, because you're really going to struggle if that's what you're trying to do. Like if you're trying to be somebody completely different to who you are going to struggle within yourself, within your confidence. You're not going to have the confidence to put it out there. You're going to struggle when it comes to creating your social media posts. So literally you're just taking you and you're just creating a brand online from your core values, your passions, your beliefs, what it is you totally believe in, and how you want to make an impact on the world. So you're just literally taking you and creating your online stamp and leading with your journey. Really important to do that. Tasha's part, I understand. Yeah, you don't have to go too much into it, but we're going to talk more about communication next week. That's next week's training. So we're going to really help you all to master communication and give you ideas on how to lead with your brand. Once you've all got your brand in place and you're clear on it, then we'll help you lead with that and go onto your social media posts and stuff like that and how to communicate. So don't worry, ladies, we've got you all covered this month. It's going to be amazing. Anybody else want to come on before we shoot off? Oh yeah, Jessie, sorry, lovely.
That's all right, no problem. And just to follow on about the story, by the way, I've shared mine recently on my personal page, and it was scary. I didn't go into anywhere near as much detail as I could have done. I could have made it a lot more meaningful, but I had so much support and outpouring, just like you said, and there was so much more I could have included, and I was like, all deer in the headlights because I hate doing videos. I need to get into it more. So I was very staccato and reading from a script. So it wasn't from the heart like it could have been. It could have been a lot better. But still, there was so much support. And if anyone wants to go and check it out, they're welcome to go and have a look at my personal page to see, because it's a public profile. My question, though, more was around, I've got my personal page, my kind of recruiting page, and a travel page where I post travel deals.
Okay.
And I also use the travel deals page when I'm doing quotes for people for their holidays. I'll put them up there and share them there. My recruiting page is being largely ignored because I've been really unsure about what I should put on there because I don't feel like any of it was hitting the mark really. Can you give me a bit of guidance around where this branding comes into play? Should it be on my personal page, which I'm working like crazy, or should it be on my recruiting? Or
it's you've got all of you. I take it you haven't been to the social media training in the back office yet. No, everything is there, and we're going to cover that over the next coming weeks as well. But we always say to lead with one brand on one page, one group, one personal profile, one Instagram, one LinkedIn. Because if you're going to try and have too many different pages, you are literally going to burn yourself into the ground.
Yeah, which is what I'm totally finding. So can you just, I don't know whether to ask you to go back over that and clarify it for me, or whether to wait until I get to your area in the training.
Yeah, like just think about it as you're going to have one page. So when you've created your brand, everything is going to be posted underneath that brand. So you are going to show up on one page and you can mix and match your posts. And again, this is all covered in the communication module, and which we'll go more into next week as well. But you'll mix and match your posts on that one page so people can get an insight as to everything that you have to offer. But again, your funnel will do a lot of the work for you. So when you're putting yourself out there on social media, what we teach is to put yourself out in a way that creates curiosity. So people are intrigued. So you're not repelling them straight away. You're attracting them. You're creating that curiosity. And like Joe says, teasing that lead. And I always say dangling that carrot. So they want that little bit more. They've had a little bite. They want another bite. They want a bigger chunk, you know. So then that's when they come inside of your funnel, and that would then really showcase everything that you've got to offer, because you can segment them off into different sections. But you would keep your social media posts underneath one brand on one page, and you can mix and match them.
So I'm thinking then maybe utilize what I call my recruiting page at the moment. That could be the brand. Yeah,
change that if Facebook will let you. They don't always.
Yeah. So I just renamed that recently. I was like, it's still work in progress. I'm not happy with it yet. Yeah. But my personal one, I'm working hard what I stand for as a person.
Yeah.
And my interests in life, I'm working that really hard, and I've grown from about I think I had under 100 connections last year, and I've got just over 500 now. And I've gone from having an average of about 15 interactions on a post 3 months ago to having usually around 40 to 50. So
brilliant.
definitely working, but it's all on my personal, and it's all me, but that will be in a way a good transition because I will be the brand.
100%. Yeah, but you still showcase you as well, because you are the brand. So you'll still showcase things that you're passionate about and things that you do and your lifestyle and stuff like that, so people can get to know you on your personal profile. Definitely. It's all of this is in that social media bundle, so it teaches you the difference between your Facebook page, your Facebook group, your personal profile, and how to set them all up and how to organically market in groups and attract them to your profile and drive them across to where you want them to go, your group or your page, or so all of that is in the training.
Okay, I will wait.
And we'll cover it more as we go on over the next few weeks through this challenge, definitely. So yeah, your main aim at this minute now is to focus purely on your brand and getting that in place, and then we'll move on to the next step next week.
Thank you. Sorry to jump ahead.
No, it's okay. Don't worry at all. But if you wanted to jump ahead, you can go into the portal and you can download that training.
Thank you.
Brand in place first, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Tasha wants to come on.
Okay, come on.
There we go.
Hello, here I am.
Hiya. You okay?
Good evening, everyone. I'm new to the team. I only signed up last week.
Oh, welcome.
Hi. Yeah, so I've been in network marketing for about 1.5 years now. Started out quite all right. Managed to recruit 5 people in a short pace of time. There's only one left that's still actually really active. And I think what it was, I just didn't know really where to place myself. So I went ahead and took professional pictures, ended up setting up a business page, you know, with kind of yellow is my favorite color. Well, you can't see that tonight, but so I had a picture, you know, in a yellow dress, and I said to my upline, just don't know what to call my page, and she's just like, oh, Natasha Hill Global, and I just thought that's still not me.
Yeah.
Who I really want to attract. I'm a mother of 2 teenagers, got a 16-year-old daughter, 14-year-old son, and I'm actually looking to attract mothers who are looking to reinvent themselves. So what you was talking about earlier, you know, knowing how it feels to lose yourself, I've been there, done that. I have lost myself. I work a full-time job in the City of London, you know, so you know, it's just, I'm just always on the go. And I've just kind of come to the point where I thought to myself, it's time to
breathe
and reinvent myself. Because I mean, when my daughter was 6 months, I ended up going back to work because it's quite some time ago. So you didn't have 12 months off at that time. You know, and with my son, I was 9 months off. But I've always known deep down that there's more to life. Yeah. And when I listen to my children's dream as well, you know, I just feel almost like I've got to make this work for them. You know, my daughter's doing GCSEs this year, but I don't want her to think that that's the only way, you know, because I mean, I didn't go to university myself, but I've worked myself up on the corporate ladder. It's taken quite some time, but I've just had enough of it now.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm looking to empower women. I think I've just kind of, you know, when I jumped into network marketing, well, luckily for my upline, she didn't really have to make an effort to recruit me because I literally found her. I was just searching online, doing some Google searches, work from home, all the usual searches on Google, and I came across her website. And you know, she's a mum as well. Although she does have she has a smaller child. I still related very much to her.
Yeah.
You know, but I just think, you know, very good upline, don't get me wrong, but I've obviously had to look elsewhere. This is how I've come across you guys. How to now, you know, I've got this page set up. Yeah, I've got this page set up, and I've literally never said anything. I'm just scared to go on my own page.
Oh, bless you.
I just don't know what to say. And you know, I mean, it's just so funny how I got everything set up, like the professional pictures and everything, and I did a few boosts, you know, for people as well around the world, because I do have quite a lot of friends as well in Holland, because I used to live there, you know, so it's kind of, you know, I've set out some boosts to different places, and I've had people starting following me, and I keep getting messages saying, people are visiting your page, and you haven't posted anything, and I'm just like, what am I going to post?
Yeah, well, now you've got a brand. You're going to brand yourself and reinvent yourself, so you'll have plenty of stuff to post. So I love that. Absolutely.
I do as well.
Love what you've come up with. I think that's bloody brilliant. And again, I would go for the corporate mums, so you can relate to them. Yeah. Because they're the kind of people really that you want on your team anyway, because they're the people that are going to go on to take it seriously and be leaders, right?
And they will understand me.
Yeah.
You know, where you've kind of, you know, been there, done that. I mean, I missed my daughter's first steps and everything. There's been nativity plays that I've had to miss all through, you know, working in the corporate world. So they'll understand that. They've maybe let themselves go as well. Work.
Yeah.
And now it's just time to reinvent yourself. You know, also my kids, as I said, have dreams. My daughter wants to go to New York. My son wants to get into coding, and I've kind of wanted him to maybe go on some coding courses during half term, you know, so he can invent himself.
Bring all of that into,
I was going to say,
into your brand, and into when you post about your kids, bring them in to
your
page, and let people really get a feel for you as a mum as well, and that you're not only making your dreams come true, but you're helping your children's dreams come to light as well. And it's said yes to an opportunity, and chosen to reinvent yourself and be your true, authentic self.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, over the weekend, I've kind of been, you know, I don't really like the name Natasha Hill Global. I just thought that was so, you know, that's not
quite
me.
generic, isn't it?
told
Yeah.
you to do that, haven't they? So it's not you. You haven't created that.
Yeah, I mean, my upline page is her name and then global behind it too. So, you know, not a lot of thought went into that. So I've been looking at some domains to see which ones are already taken, which ones not. And I've come up with a few things. Tip Top Mums, Tip-Top Mums, Purposefully You, Limitless Mums, Mums Rocking It, or Mums Who Rock. But now that we're speaking, I'm thinking about something with reinventing.
I was going to say that as well.
I was just going to say that. Have the reinventing mum, something like that. Like, what other words are there for reinventing?
I'm going to have a look.
Treosaurus.
Regeneration. What's regeneration? That's coming to my head.
Okay, so you've got recharge, regenerate, rejuvenate, rekindle, resurrect, resuscitate, reawaken,
reawaken,
revive, reactivate, revitalize.
Oh, that sounds good. I mean, that could possibly tie in with my products as well, because just like those the girls on here, I do not want to be spammy. I mean, I've started doing a few stories with my products, but I feel like, you know, because I just get it off my company's site, is, you know, they could even go on the site and just buy what they're buying, you know. So I want to kind of stop that. I want it just to be from the heart, me, you know, maybe showing pictures of me using the products, but, you know, not spamming, overwhelming, because people don't want to be told to, obviously.
No, of course, you've got it bang on. Spot on.
I'm thinking, I've got the word redesign in my head. So something like helping the busy mum to redesign their life to their wildest dreams, or something like that.
Yeah.
Along those lines, or helping mums to redesign. Again, it's bringing that ordinary life into the extraordinary.
Yes. I mean, I'm writing down reawaken, redesign, rejuvenate.
Yeah, let me see more.
Kind of like, you know, a kind of a comeback, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So let me see. Recharge. I don't like that. Reactivate. Remake. Reinvent. Oh, we've said reinvent. Recreate. Like restore. Refresh.
I really like regeneration mums. I don't know why. I love
regeneration mums.
Yeah, because I mean, what's obviously is, you know, you need a niche. You can't be a jack of all trades. But I think what I'm really, you know, my passion really is obviously, you know, network marketing business, but also helping people get out of debt, because I've firsthand dealt with a large amount of debt. And I've managed to get myself into it again for the second time round. I'm qualified actually to give financial advice, so I wanted to kind of tie the whole debt freeness as well, you know, being debt free. But I didn't want to have too many things, if you know what I mean. You can't, you know, do everything, but, you know, I'm interested in health, nutrition, being debt free, minimalism a bit as well there for the mindset.
Bring all that as part of your story though. That can be part of your story. You don't have to make like the debt part of your it can just be part of your story, and you can, you know, share that in some of your social media posts, or you can share that as your story, you know, part of your journey.
But I do like the revitalize, what you were saying, because revitalize also ties in, you know, the products to obviously, you know, make you feel, gives you the energy that you need to feel revitalized and things like that. So I'm kind of thinking about revitalize.
Like awaken your ambition. Awaken.
Ooh. Yeah.
Reawaken your ambition.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
And revitalize your life.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and like your whole brand doesn't have to have a name. You can be your brand, and then you can have like Tasha Hill at reawaken your ambition, or helping mums to reawaken their ambition, or you know, Tasha Hill at designer mums, or regeneration mums, or
the funny thing is my full name is Natasha as well, just like yourself, but you know, because everyone calls me Tasha.
Oh, it's alright. Does it come up Tasha Hill there?
Yeah, my full name is Natasha as well. I'm just thinking about so the page I already created all this time ago, and I've been scared to even go on it. I've literally, I started out posting a few inspirational posts 6 months ago, I think. Do I just change that name, or just...
If they'll let you, then yeah, because you haven't got many posts on there, have you?
No, because I'm just thinking as well, you know, these people that have kind of started following me, you know, I feel a bit like a fraud that, you know, I set that page up, people started following me and I've not done anything. So, you know, what could I start with when I actually post something? What do I say? Because in a way, I feel like I need to apologize for having all these people follow me and I'm not even posting any content.
No, don't apologize. No, you don't have to apologize. You can just say that you have been working hard behind the scenes, recreating yourself, and now you're ready to recreate more people or more women, or awaken more souls, or awaken more women's ambition, you know. So you almost launch it in a sense, and be really super excited about it, and just say you've been working hard behind the scenes.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then this is what I'm all about, and then you kind of, you know, come out.
Just go from there.
Yeah. No, that's great tips.
Or you can, if you want to, you can start a new page if you want to, but then like you've kind of got people following you on there, and you know, you never know that one of those people might buy it and join your team. They might, you know, it's up to you. You can start a new page if you want to. You might have to if Facebook don't let you change it.
Yeah.
Bear that in mind.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have the chance to look at my cover photo and profile picture, I would like to know, because it was taken like a year ago now, if you can still work with those, because I mean, it was a professional picture, but if you would advise me to take new pictures or not.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that you could definitely still work with them 100%. I'll have a look when I get off this Zoom. I'm sure you could definitely work with them, because you're always going to take more pictures as you go along anyway. So just use what you've got, and you can always add to them, you know, as you go along, and as your brand evolves and as you evolve, you can add more pictures into the mix. Me and Joe are always taking pictures and meeting for photo shoots and recording.
Always.
So yeah, work with what you've got for now, and add more into the mix as you go along. Definitely.
Okay. This has definitely been great. I feel like I feel like I'm awakening.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of been looking for something like this, because I do feel sometimes like you can get caught up within your own network marketing company with the way they do things.
Yeah.
And, you know, I, in a way, haven't even told my upline about this. I just want to do this for me.
Yeah.
You know, and let it work for me. And I can then show my team. You know, I feel like in the beginning I was copying her. I even started sounding like her, but I realized I'm not being myself.
Yeah. And you're not going to attract people if you're not being yourself, because people will see straight through that.
Or you'll attract the wrong people, and it'll be a nightmare.
Tell me about it.
So
you've already experienced.
You'll attract people that won't do any of the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why so many people come and go in network marketing? It's so annoying.
This is your time now and your opportunity to build your tribe and attract the right people and be authentically you, and just really blow up online and just really attract the masses. Definitely. I love your ideas. Absolutely.
Yeah, I do.
And I can't wait to see it come to life.
Me too. So thank you, lady.
You're welcome.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. Okay, ladies, we have been on here now for almost 2 hours. Is there any questions to wrap it up with? Does anybody have any questions? Because I do need to go and put my little boy to bed in about 20 minutes or so. So let me know if anybody has any questions to finish it off. But do you all now understand your brand more, and kind of the pillars that you can bring underneath it, and how you can bring it all together, and how it really is just about being you? You know, it really is just about being you. Like, don't try and be something that you're not, or, you know, something or somebody else, you know, like you've just heard from Natasha. 100% got so much clarity already. Yay! Amazing. So it really does help having these calls, doesn't it?
It really does. It really, really does.
Really, really does help. But yeah, what my advice would be now is go and work through the workbooks, go and create your brand. Don't be afraid to be you or share your story or speak out, because that is what's going to make you. That's what's going to draw people to you, 100%. And if you have got any further questions, post in the members group, tag us, reach out to us, let us know. You know, if you've got any questions or whatnot, we're here to help you bring it together and help you get clarity. So I don't think we've got any further questions, have we?
No, I think that's everything now.
Oh, I've enjoyed tonight. Has everyone enjoyed it?
I have as well. Also, be sure to reach out in the group as much as you want to, ladies. Ideas, pictures, if you want to send screenshots and ask us to see if it's okay, or if you're just feeling a bit meh and you want us to pick you up, just post in there. And yeah.
And when you've created your brand, share them.
Share.
Love to see what you've all created. And yeah, next week we will be covering communication. So don't try not to worry about what's coming next. Try and just focus on the here and now and your brand, and then we'll move on to that next week. But like I said, if you have done your brand and you're raring to go, you've got the communication modules in your back office anyway, so you can go and have a sneak peek at them, and then we'll dive more into them next week. Anyway, we're going to shoot off. Have a fabulous evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye.